Quarterback Colt Brennan going down with just over 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Marcus Riley delivering the hit that leveled the Heisman hopeful. Brennan laid motionless on the turf for a few minutes a few moments before finally moving. Attended to both by doctors and trainers of both teams. The preliminary report was that Brennan sustained a severe concussion. That is when a player is knocked unconscious. He was taken to the locker room and would not return to the game and was later downgraded. And the official word from UH was that Colt sustained a mild concussion. Still a very somber group of Warriors during their post-game interviews.
Well, I mean, I was on the field. I actually seen the hit, so I was, I knew that as soon as dude hit him and, Colt went down, I knew it wasn't good. And, so I, just looking at your starting quarterback, not just starting quarterback, not just football, but just, anybody, one of your family members, anybody see one of your family members go down like that, you forget about everything else. Your main goal is just, is he all right? For that split second, you don't even worry about the game, To see somebody go down like that, you never wish that on nobody, not even both sides of the ball.
He's very tough, and that's one of the main things. Like, we all teammates, we was there for him. Everybody got over there and, took a knee, start praying, just making sure, you keep, keep his spirit going. Everything is just be all good.
It looked like he was out before he hit the ground. He's fine. You play football, you have concussions. Just talk to him. He's ready to play right now, so I would think he'll play.
Brennan last night after the game released a brief statement saying he's doing fine. I'd like to thank everyone for the support they gave out there. I'm looking forward to getting back on the field for next week's game against Nevada. Now, despite the departure of Brennan early in the fourth quarter, Colt and crew did enough to beat the Bulldogs. Hawaii put together an impressive first half and looked unstoppable through 30 minutes of football, and Colt tied 2 major NCAA records. Less than 2 minutes into the ball game, the third play from scrimmage, Brennan fires a strike downfield to Jason Rivers, and he is wide open for the 67-yarder, a WAC record for Rivers, as he now has caught a ball in 46 consecutive games. This one put Hawaii on the board and up 7-0. In fact, Hawaii scored touchdowns in its first 3 possessions. Midway through the first, Leon Jackson-Wright takes the rock 33 yards for the score, an 8-play, 83-yard drive, and Hawaii takes the 14-zip lead. But Brennan would add to it less than 2 minutes later, a 5-play, 51-yard drive with Brennan taking it in himself. 3-yard run made it 21-0. Bulldogs were able to close the gap on the ensuing kickoff, though. A.J. Jefferson takes the kick 98 yards. There's some holes in the special team, folks. It was 24-7 after the first quarter, and then in the second quarter, more history in the making. Brennan hits Devon Best for the 5-yard touchdown, and Brennan now ties the NCAA records of career touchdown passes with 121 and touchdowns responsible for with 135. Both records held and now shared by BYU's Ty Depner. Brennan finished with 28 completions in 39 attempts, 396 yards passing, 2 TDs through the air, 1 on the ground. That was it for the Hawaii's offense. A pair of Dan Kelly field goals was all Hawaii could post, a 50-yarder at the end of the first, and not again until the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, Fresno was able to close the gap a bunch. Tom Brandstander was 15 for 26, 209 yards, passing 3 touchdowns. But the Warriors were able to hold off the comeback, recovering the late onside kick. And they go to 9-0 with a 37-30 victory.
We got up early, and they still managed to keep on doing their game plan, and they got back in. So we expected that, and we were fortunate enough to come away with the victory. It feels great, when a lot of teams in the country are not pulling out the W's when they should, and we're doing it week in and week out. I think it says a lot about our team.
Glad to win. It was going to be a dogfight. I knew it was going to be. We started off pretty good, and then found ourselves in a football game, and the kids rallied up and played good.
From the overtime wins and all that, it's going to be adversity. So, I mean, guys got to, we just got to fight through it. We got to continue this thing rolling because, we still got a goal, and we're not going to let nobody stop it.
Now, even with the win, Hawaii got no respect in the national polls released today, moving up just 1 spot in the Associated Press poll from 14th to 13th, and weren't impressive enough to the coaches' eyes to move up at all, staying put at 12th. Boise State, however, is right on the Warriors' heels, moving up to 17th in the AP, 15th in the coaches' poll. Top 5 are identical, with LSU claiming the top spot, and the only other unbeaten team, Kansas, is in at number 3. And in the BCS polls, Hawaii is stuck at number 16. No movement here either, even though Hawaii is number 9 and 0 and Boise State moved up to number 18. 13th ranked Warriors make their final road trip of the season this week when they head to Reno, Nevada. It'll be a short week as Hawaii faces the Wolfpack on Friday night. Game shown live on ESPN2. Kickoff will be 6:05 Hawaii time. To the end.
It was the hit heard around the state, and Warrior fans are on the edge of their seat waiting to hear the status of quarterback Colt Brennan after taking a hard hit in last night's win. KHNL's Stephen Florino here with the news now.
Well, Di, the news is definitely good for Warrior fans. In a statement through the school, Brennan says he is doing fine. Here is the play. Just under 11 minutes left in the game, and Colt has to scramble. This is 3rd down and 8, and he gets leveled right there by Bulldog linebacker Marcus Riley. Brennan face down on the field for about 2 minutes. Fresno State's trainers immediately jumped in to help. School says he suffered a mild concussion. The hit not only shook up Hawaii's triggerman, but also his fans and teammates.
As soon as dude hit him and, Colt went down, I knew it wasn't good.
I've seen a lot of hard hits, but it looked like he was out before he hit the ground.
Anybody see one of your family members go down like that, you forget about everything else. Your main goal is just, is he all right? For that split second, you don't even worry about the game.
You play football, you have concussions, but he's fine.
He showed real hard getting back up to his feet because we all know he was out of it.
He's the leader on the team. He's going to make sure, he handle this, get through this concussion and whatnot, and hopefully he'll be ready by next week, and let's get back rolling.
I just talked to him. He's ready to play right now, so I would think he'll play.
The Warriors' next game this Friday at Nevada on ESPN2. And in that same statement from the school, Brennan says he is looking forward to getting on the field against the Wolfpack. However, that's what he says. Nothing from the school, nothing official yet. So we will definitely keep you posted.
We'll cross our fingers for him.
I'm doing fine. That statement from Hawaii quarterback Colt Brennan after getting knocked out of last night's game against rival Fresno State happened on this play in the 4th quarter. Brennan slammed by Bulldogs linebacker Marcus Riley. Colt face down for about 2 minutes, then immediately taken to the locker room. Colt says he is looking forward to the Warriors' next game. That's because even though he left early, Hawaii still won 37-30 to stay a perfect 9-0 on the season. The Warriors came out smoking in the first half. The offense ripped off close to 400 yards, and Hawaii had a 34-16 lead.
Definitely in the first half, I thought, we was playing pretty good.
But this was Fresno State.
You don't have to, put more emphasis on it being Fresno. We knew coming in that it's going to be a tough rivalry game, and they won't let up.
They didn't. The Bulldogs returned to their running game and came close, but in the end, fell short.
Mood of the team, everybody is still pretty down, even though we got the W, it wasn't as clean and as smooth as it should have been, how we came out in the first quarter.
But it still goes down as a win.
When a lot of teams in the country are not pulling out the W's when they should, and we're doing it week in and week out, I think it says a lot about our team.
We still got a goal, and we're not going to let nobody stop it.
That goal, an undefeated season and a BCS Bowl berth. But that means going through the toughest part of their schedule without a hitch, and that's exactly how the Warriors like it.
Oh, absolutely. This is a meet schedule with carnivores, and we're hungry, so we're ready to die.
It bothers me that he's smiling when he says that. The Warriors' next meal at Nevada on Friday on ESPN2. Kickoff 6 p.m. Hawaii time. Again, Colt says he is looking forward to playing, but as of right now, his status unknown. Absolutely no movement in the Bowl Championship Series standings. Hawaii remains at 16th. Top 3 goes LSU, Oregon, and the country's only other undefeated team, Kansas. Warriors have to finish in the top 12 to guarantee a BCS Bowl berth. And in the AP, Hawaii up a spot to 13 and stay at 12 in the coaches poll.